Your brain is not broken, it's just overwhelmed. We live in the noisiest age in human history. Notifications buzz, tabs multiply, thoughts scatter like marbles on a tiled floor. But here's the truth. You don't have a short attention span. You have an untrained one. A friend sent me this article. Headline: Study finds that the average American adult has the attention span of a goldfish. Now, the research is questionable. The methodology is flawed. You could measure something as complex as human attention by throwing a bunch of preschoolers into a room full of goldfish and then seeing which group gets distracted first. But I get the sentiment. We feel distracted. We know our attention is slipping. But what if there's a third option? What if we're not broken and we're not even bad at focusing? What if we just have unlearned how to design our minds the way an athlete trains their body? Look at any Olympic sport. The level of focus required is superhuman. It's not because these athletes have some special gene that makes them immune to distraction, but because they've spent years training their bodies to be peak physical machines. They eat right, they sleep right, they push their bodies to the extreme so that when the moment arrives, their minds and their muscles are ready. Shouldn't the same be true for our brains? Or something called the switching cost. The toll our brain pays every time it shifts its focus from one thing to another. It takes 23 minutes to regain deep focus after an interruption. This is well documented. In Cal Newport's book Deep Work, he cites a study where researchers found that the average worker spends only 11 minutes on a task before being interrupted, and then spends an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds getting back to the same level of focus. That's 1 hour and 48 minutes of lost productivity every day. So the question is, can we train our brains to hold their focus for longer? Can we build up our mental muscles? Well, here's what we know. Multitasking is a myth. Your brain can't think two thoughts at once. What appears to be multitasking is really just rapid switching between tasks. And the more you switch, the weaker your brain gets at both of them. Like an Olympic athlete who trains for one event instead of 10. You'll become better at one thing if you give your brain a chance to rest. Between tasks, there's a cost to switching, but also a cost to staying. You're burning energy either way. Might as well burn it on one thing at a time. When you put your phone on silent and step away from the computer screen, you're not wasting time. You're giving your brain a chance to recover. This is why scheduling downtime is crucial. Even if you're not religious about blocking out time for deep work, you should still schedule downtime. If you don't, your mind will never have a chance to reset. Start with small changes. Turn off non-essential notifications. Put your phone out of reach while you're working. Make it a reward, not a reflex. A study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology showed that the mere presence of a phone was enough to significantly impair performance on a cognitive control task. The participants couldn't help but sneak glances at their phones, even when they were told not to. When the phone was out of sight, performance improved dramatically. So just get it out of the room, out of your line of sight, out of your mind, and start with single tasking. Do one thing at a time and give it your attention. It's tempting to block out time on your calendar for deep work and then spend half of it checking emails or messages. But you won't build a stronger attention muscle that way. You need to practice doing just one thing until it's done. It's going to be painful at first. You'll feel bored, you'll want to check, you'll want to jump. But every time you resist, you're rewiring your brain. You're telling it this matters, and that matters. Because your future self, the writer, the builder, the dreamer, is shaped by what you pay attention to today. This is a guest essay by Ali Abdaal. He's the founder of LogRocket, SCO and Weekend Box. His newsletter is one of the best in the world for learning about startups and the internet. I read it every week. He writes essays like this one, shares interesting links, and includes calls to action for his readers. Last week, he asked people to write a quick email to someone they hadn't spoken to in a while. The response? Thousands of letters sent, rekindled friendships, and even a few marriage proposals. Ali knows how to motivate people to take action, and he wants to help you do the same.